So we have the transformation card. It says, who are you becoming? And then two other cards that came out together, forgive and release. And this says, it is time to release and heal. And then the other one is radical acceptance. So embracing non-judgment and releasing control. Immediately, I'm just getting that. So we do have a full moon that is happening. The full moon portal is currently open, but whenever you are seeing this message, it is really important that you go deep into yourself. You might be questioning who you are and what your purpose is, and I'm getting that like you've already gone through this huge transformation process, and Divine is asking for you to allow for the release to happen. Like there might have been something that has been exposed or that has come up for you that feels like, or maybe it is getting ready to come up for you, that just feels like it could send you into this spiraling moment of not knowing if you're on the right path, questioning if you're going in the right direction, even questioning who you are. And that is actually perfectly normal during this time, because Spirit is asking for you to release control. But also, like, you have two releases here, which means that there's something that you're holding on to that is not allowing for you to fully become this next person, for you to fully step into your power. So Divine is asking for you to release. But also, I'm getting that, like, do I want to say that? No. Actually, I'm going to say it. I feel like you've been way too hard on yourself. I feel like you've been expecting for you to be in a certain place or for certain things to come in. And it has caused for you to, like, you're lacking self-compassion, and you're just being way too hard on yourself. And so, yeah, Spirit is just asking for you to fully release that, for you to allow for yourself to go through the full transformation process and to become this person. Because, I mean, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but it's like you expected for yourself to be in a certain place by now. And the reason why, I don't want to say the reason why you haven't gotten there, because I do feel like you're actually there, but you're not able to see how far you've become because you're still holding on to so many things. Like there's still some things from your past that you are letting affect you. And you can do all of the like, I'm hearing that you're suppressing it. So it's like you can do all of the affirmations to get yourself in a place where you're feeling good about yourself, but if you're still holding on to the past heartbreak, or maybe there was like a past situation that you just can't get over, and it'll replay in your mind, or you're having dreams about it, and Divine is asking for you to actually release it. Exactly. Vulnerability comes out. So what are you really feeling? This is actually the perfect time. And I said I wasn't really expecting for this to be a full moon message, but I didn't really know what the message was going to be until I started pulling the cards. And it makes sense that as we are in this full moon portal, that the universe is asking you, what are you actually feeling? Because I do get this sense that you have been suppressing a lot of emotions. Like you've been trying to go with the flow, trying to make things, trying to take the easy route through healing, or trying to take the easy journey. But it's not that things are going to be hard, or that they're supposed to be harder. It's just that, like, you're holding on to something that you just need to release, that you need to forgive. And I'm just hearing that the harm that has happened is only affecting you in your mind. It's like you've already done the things to release it from your heart chakra, from your body, but your mind keeps replaying it, and it's putting you in this loop that is causing for your heart to close, or causing for you not to be as open within your heart right now. And it's crazy because during this time, your heart chakra is being incredibly activated. We have a full moon, and it's actually the pink moon, so there's a lot of love. And also Venus just went into Taurus, so there's a lot of love in the air, a lot of communication, a lot of things that are actually coming together. But they can't come together if you're still holding on to the past, if you're still holding on to I'm getting like they're like just memories that you're holding on to, that you're actually afraid to release, or that you're not even aware that you need to release, but you're just like kind of like letting them replay in your mind. And spirit is asking for you to release them and to really get into, what are you really feeling? Don't be afraid of saying I'm angry, or even just being afraid of saying that you're afraid. Like, you're not going to mess up your manifestations by doing that. You're not going to stop love from coming in by admitting the emotions that you're feeling, because when you admit them, when you allow them to come in, and when you allow for yourself to actually feel these things through, then you can release them. But the release is not going to happen until you get in tune with how you're actually feeling, which is, it's spot on with this full moon. Man, I tell you, I really came in today and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just channel a message, whatever the collective needs to hear today. And it makes sense though, because there are so many different things that are happening right now, a lot of different alignments, and this full moon is exposing what we have been hiding or holding on to, that's actually stopping us from stepping into this next chapter. And the other part too that I'm hearing is that this next chapter is like, you're already in it, but there's a part of your I'm hearing that it's in your mind. There's parts of you that are still kind of like looking back, or still wondering if you're making the right decision, especially because whatever the thought is, whatever the memory is, or the conversations that you're having, it's causing you to be in a fear state. And that is actually what is stopping you from fully stepping into this next chapter, where you receive all of the blessings from divine, where you receive the overflow and the abundance. It's because you're allowing for that fear to ruminate instead of you fully releasing it. And even, like I said, these past memories, and it's not really so much that it's the past, it's more of like that one thing. Maybe it's self-doubt. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you feel like you've made mistakes when you were in the same position, even if it was a few years ago. You made so many mistakes, or what you deem to be mistakes. And divine is telling you that you got to get rid of that fear. You got to get rid of the doubt that you are that you're holding on to, because that's actually what's limiting you. It's not. And then I'm also hearing that you don't have to do a lot to release it. You can just tell your body to release it. You can just tell your mind, I'm not thinking about that anymore. Those thoughts are no longer welcomed here. And allowing for this full moon to work its magic. So don't go against the grain. If you are forcing yourself into productivity, or forcing yourself into being courageous before divine gives you the go ahead, or gives you the green light to do it, you're going to run into a lot more friction. It's like you're going to run into so much more friction if you are not actually going in flow. So with this full moon, if your body is telling you to rest, make sure that you're resting. If your mind is on overload, don't try to put more information into it. Release it. Like, do some breath work, breathe through it, go out and walk in the sun. Like, really just turn everything off and just sit there in silence for as long as you need to. Put your phone on do not disturb, even if it's at 3 o'clock in the middle of the day. I mean, unless you have kids in school, then probably don't do that, because you never know when they might call you and tell you whatever. Anyways, but I'm just saying that make time for your healing, make time for the release, give yourself enough time to actually release these things. And also, I'm hearing that it seems like you've been playing very, very safe. You've been playing very small, and it's not intentional. Like, I know that you have like really big dreams and really big goals, and so you're not intentionally keeping yourself in a small box. But that fear is actually making you, it's making you keep yourself stuck, quite honestly. And spirit is just letting you know that you can release it now. You can fully release whatever has been holding on to you, because it served its purpose. You've learned lessons through it, and you don't need to continue holding on to that anymore. So let's see what else we have here. Yeah, let the moon work its magic, man. The moon, you know, especially with this full moon portal, there's going to be a lot of love that's coming in for you, a lot of opportunities, a lot of that new beginning that you've been yearning for, praying for. That's actually coming in, and it's a great time for you to really work on forgiving yourself, and work on forgiving the people who might have caused you some sort of heartbreak or pain, because you don't need those things anymore. Forgive yourself for all the things that you didn't know before. Forgive yourself for making decisions that at the time you were maybe making them because you were just feeling very spontaneous, and then it might have caused a huge whirlwind in your life. But that was all a part of the plan too. That was all you learning how to move forward, and learning how to trust yourself, learning who you are, and going through the ebbs and flows of the things that you needed to learn, so that way you can grow. So yeah, something that my coach always would say is that we don't go through things, we grow through things. So just take that as it resonates. Let's see what else we have here. I'm now pulling from my healing oracle deck. I hardly ever use this one. I mean, I use it a lot within my one-on-one sessions, but typically for the collective, just because it gets like very specific. But let's just pull one card just to see what specific message we have here. What advice do we have? Oh, all right, that was quick. What advice do we have? Creativity. And then what did I tell you? This is the bottom energy, reunion of souls. So this is saying that right now, what I'm getting is that you can, what I'm getting is like this release is actually opening up space for creativity to flow through. You'll realize that as soon as you release it, it's not going to be long after, and I mean like literally like within the same day afterwards, when you're going to start getting new creative downloads, when you're going to start having those aha moments. Maybe you've been stuck within your business, or within even like what you just want to do next. Like maybe you've been just kind of stuck, or feeling like you don't know which direction to go, and spirit is telling you that as soon as you release these things, you are going to have this surge of creativity, and it's going to be creativity and overflow, where things are going to start clicking, they're going to start making sense. But the thing is that you have to just release first. And then we had this reunion of souls, which is giving me, immediately I go into love, into soulmate energy, but it's also giving me just connections. So maybe you have been feeling like, and then we have anger. This is crazy. I feel like this is a message that is just for someone specific right now, because underneath it, what you've been feeling is anger. And it's not anger at a specific thing, but it's anger towards, maybe towards yourself, or just towards the way that things have happened, and Spirit is asking you to release that, because you do have these beautiful blessings coming in. You have reunions that are happening. You have new opportunities, new developments that are actually coming in for you. And what I'm getting with this reunion of souls energy is that you are actually, it's like it's not just you meeting with other people. Like I'm hearing that there's both. So it's like you're reuniting with your own divine path and with your own divine self, but you are also going to be reuniting or uniting with your called tribe, with the people who are in alignment with you. Maybe you've been going through this isolation period that hasn't been on purpose, but you have been feeling very isolated. But guess what? This creativity is going to allow, it's going to put you in such a flow state that it's going to allow for friendships, for relationships, for opportunities where you are in collaboration with other business partners. Is going to allow for those things to develop. And the thing is, though, is that underneath all of it, you got to let go of that anger. You got to release it. You have to let it go, because when you do, then you'll be able to fully tap into this potential. You'll be able to actually tap into this. It's like an overflow. And then what's crazy is, like, this creativity, if you can look close here, this creativity is actually like, it's going to be the foundation for this new beginning. If you see it here, right? Like it's flowing. It's a foundation that is full of all of the things that you've been praying for, asking for, hoping for. And yeah, Spirit is just like, this is the last thing that you need to do for you to fully receive that and for you to be in full receiving mode. And one last thing is that when you are releasing, I'm just hearing, like, don't try to okay, how do I explain this? Okay, it's like when you're releasing, don't try to conceptualize it. Like, you don't have to give an answer for everything. Like, you might not actually know. It's so crazy because the anger, where did I put my anger card? I lost my anger. Well, it means it's supposed to be gone. But anyways, but when you are releasing it, like, the anger was actually buried a little bit deeper in the deck. And it's like, you might not actually know what the specific thing is that you're releasing, but you can feel the energy of it within your body. Like, you can feel it at different times. Like, maybe you have been having this underlying feeling of anger or frustration, and Spirit is saying that, like, you don't need to figure out the exact specifics. Like, you don't have to go so deep into it, because the moon is taking care of that. The universe is taking care of that. And your only job is to allow for the full release to happen, and like not to rush through it. Right? So that's the message that I have for you. If any of this has resonated, please let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. I love you. I love you. I love you.